Hey guys, Adam Trigger here, wagertalk.com. It's week 9 in the NFL, and this is Monday Night Football, the finale for week 9 between the Chargers and Jets. But first, heading over to Wager Talk, we have a great promo going right now. It's all sports for the rest of the year for just $469. Whatever handicapper you choose, everything they've got through the rest of the year. I know I've been working on college basketball stuff for months now. That gets going on Monday. I can't wait. I was number 1 in college basketball at Wager Talk last year with 87.35 units gained, and I'm looking forward to try to do that or exceed that again this year. But for now, we're talking Monday Night Football, Chargers, Jets. My only blemish of last week was fading the Chargers. I had the Bears on Sunday Night Football, and it was a bad call when it was all said and done. But I don't know that the Chargers were just the right side from a game, from the way that game played out. I mean, the Bears defensively were poor. That was where they lost that game. They couldn't stop Austin Eckler. They just had no answer for the Chargers sort of moving to one side of the field, getting it to Eckler on the other, and the Chargers pass attack was just Herbert was able to just sort of, with time, throw at that Bears secondary. And he had a really good game, which has not been the case for him, the past few weeks. So just a really nice performance for him. And the Chargers were able to sort of hold off the Bears, who still made a bid, if you will, to try to backdoor that 10 late in the game. Here, they're going to play a much better defense. The Jets have one of the best defenses in football. And this is going to be a much different test for Justin Herbert, who, again, goes from being able to just throw into the Bears secondary, which was banged up and couldn't stop anything last week, to a Jets team that's already done well against Patrick Mahomes. They've done well. They beat Jalen Hurts. And so now they're going to be getting after Herbert, and Herbert is not nearly as good, when he's heavily pressured, which I think he could be in this game. Another thing I like about the Jets and the way they match up with the Chargers here is how the Chargers use Austin Eckler. I said last week, the Bears just could not figure out that the Chargers were going to go all to one side, throw it back to the other side, dump it off to Eckler, and he was just able to do whatever he wanted in that scenario. That's not going to work against the Jets. The Jets will sniff that out. This defense is going to be more than up to the task to stop that, in my opinion. And the Chargers outside of that don't run the ball particularly well, which, for me, that's I think the Jets will be able to stop this Chargers offense, and that'll keep them in this game. I look at the quarterbacks, and, Tyson Bagent last week, he was bad in the respect that he made some ill-advised throws. He was under pressure at times, but I don't think he was the reason the Bears didn't cover that game. He made some really nice throws. His receivers totally let him down on a number of occasions with terrible drops. And so you have Wilson here. I still put up Zach Wilson next to Bagent, and I would still rather have Zach Wilson. Even with how poorly he played last week, I still think he's the guy I would rather have under center, a little bit more experienced. We've seen him okay at times. There was a stretch during that Chiefs game for about 2 quarters where he played extremely well. And, if he can get rid of the football and he's not under a ton of pressure, which is very possible here, as long as the Jets can contain Bosa. Outside of him, they haven't had much of a pass rush. Wilson should be able to complete throws into this Chargers secondary, which I don't think is particularly great. Felt like the Bears beat themselves at more so than the Chargers just blew them out last week. And I'm still willing to go against the Chargers, all things considered. I don't like this Chargers team coming to the East Coast on the road. It isn't quite as drastic as having to play a 1 p.m. game, on a Sunday where it's an early kickoff that's 10 a.m. on the West Coast. But still, they've got to come out here, another primetime game after, quote unquote, I guess you would call it a big win over the Bears last week. And the Chargers haven't had a ton of success in that spot in years past. And I don't think they're going to have that success in that spot here. I love this Jets defense. I think if the Jets can find a way to get Breece Hall going in this game, they're going to be able to move the ball. And I'll even call for a little bit of a bounce back here for Zach Wilson against what I consider to be a pretty pedestrian Chargers defense. So I like the Jets plus the points here. I think they're going to win this game. And that's my selection here for Monday Night Football is going to be the Jets plus the points. For more free picks, head on over to the Gold Sheet. Wednesday through Sunday, the Gold Sheet is free. If you use password WT free, you get access to the Gold Sheet for 5 days. That's a great value. It's something that's usually a paid service that's free. So go give the Gold Sheet a try. Great info. There will be a ton of info on football for this weekend, and it's free. You can't beat that. So check out the Gold Sheet. Check out that great special we have going at Wager Talk. It's through December 31st, and it's all plays for the handicapper of your choosing. And then if you like the free picks here, like and subscribe to our channel so we can continue bringing you free NFL winners all season long. I'm Adam Trigger. You can find me exclusively at Wager Talk, and I'll be on the Jets on Monday Night Football.